Welcome to my Brand Identity Mentor video blog. Hi, this is Dana Susan Beasley of AngelArts.biz and the creator of Brand Identity Quest. Today on my video blog, I am going to show you some of the designs that I've done in the past when I worked for the Navigators, a Christian organization here in Colorado Springs. Now, here's just a couple of two-color brochures that I did. This one was for the community ministry. That's what it was called back then. And I just made a simple cloud picture here on Photoshop. And, you know, they just wanted it simple. So that's what I did there. And then laid it out so that, you know, the cloud was here and all the colors coordinated, and it was a balanced layout. So that is what I did for the community ministry at the Navigators. And then on the back I put like, who are we, what drives us, what is our mission, what is our vision, and with the address and things like that. And then on the back flap we had testimonials. So that is just an example of one of the brochures that I've done, and I did this in Quark Express and Photoshop. So that's one example. Now here is another kind of fun brochure we did for a conference, and we sat down, my client and I, and tried to figure out what we wanted the conference to be about. And it was kind of this brainy theme about your conscience. So I came up with this head here and then these thoughts on top. And I don't know why, but purple and green was always the theme colors of these conferences, which I love purple and green, so that was fun. But, you know, we had all these words coming out of the head: knowledge, principles, values, standards, things like that. And then we opened it up and it described the conference, and the speakers talked about that, and, you know, with pictures laid out. And again, it was purple and a light green, and back here is a ghosted background of the Glen. I love working with ghosted pictures. It's always something fun that I like to do. So, and I always use drop caps. Drop caps are very important. They really draw the reader in. So I always use that. And, you know, I used a big headline across here. And then on the back flap, it just gave a general overview of the conference. And then here on the way back was a schedule that we had laid out. And that was just a very simple two-color brochure that I did for the Navigators. Now, this was one of the last brochures that I did for the Navigators right before I resigned, before I got married. And this was really fun, and it was also a lot of work, but I took this gorgeous artwork of old world maps and I turned it into this brochure. And I cut out this ship. To me, navigators and ships always went together. That is, after all, how the Navigators started, was in Navy ships. So I made it blue, and then on this background, again, it's ghosted. It's a very fine light ghosting of the old world map that I had found. I bought this CD that had all these old world maps. And then, so the main body copy of what the Navigators do, that was on there. And then I highlighted this in this sidebar and made it a very light blue. And, you know, put this border around it. And then kind of the same look here on this flap, and again, it's just, you know, it keeps on explaining who the Navigators are and their history and their mission, which I have highlighted again here, but has the same consistent look as there. And then on this flap here, I have what is a Navigator's financial policy, and again, it's all consistent, and in the background is this ghosted map. So this is one of the brochures that I did for the Navigators. Actually, it was the last brochure I did before I resigned in 1998. So that just gives you some idea of my work as a graphic artist. I love to work in Photoshop, and I love to work in Quark, and I love fonts and colors. So if you want to know more about what I offer most of all a tutorial series, and you can actually find a free course at makeyourbrandsizzle.com, and you can find out my secrets to making designs that stand out, because that is what is essential here to having an essential brand, or a brand that sizzles, as I like to say. You need to have a brand that stands out, that is not cookie cutter, and that takes thoughtful consideration and creativity. So I have some secrets that I'm sharing for free in my free lesson series. It's a 10-day video series. It's at makeyourbrandsizzle.com. If you're ready to get even more involved in your branding and to figure out what a well-constructed logo is, then you can dive into my Brand Identity Quest tutorial lesson series. And that is 14 weeks of downloadable lessons in your email, and there are bonuses, surprise bonuses, bonus video. The course is packed, and you can take that at your own pace, and it's very do-it-yourself kind of self-paced study. This is Dana Susan Beasley of angelarts.biz. Together, may we reach new heights in our lives and beyond. Bye-bye.